Most people assume the strongest ADU income plays around Seattle have to be inside the city or in the highest-priced waterfront pockets. The numbers say otherwise across the greater Seattle area, and these 5 Seattle area neighborhoods and suburbs prove it for ADU income. We're looking at ADUs as income-producing real estate, backyard cottages, basement apartments, converted garages, and detached units that can turn extra space into a monthly revenue stream. For an investor strategy, the question is not just where are prices high, it is where does the balance of location, access, local character, and property cost create a compelling ADU income case. Number 5 starts east of Seattle. Number 5, Issaquah. Issaquah sits in King County at the base of the Cascades, with a city identity shaped by the Issaquah Alps, downtown Issaquah, and access toward Lake Sammamish. The city recorded 40,051 residents at the 2020 census, so it is not a tiny mountain outpost. It is a full Seattle area city with its own commercial core. Issaquah has a walk score of 59, according to Walk Score in 2026, which helps the ADU conversation because daily errands and neighborhood access matter when a small rental unit is competing for attention. For ADU income, Issaquah's appeal is the mix of suburban housing patterns, outdoor access, and a recognized town center without being inside Seattle proper. Number 4, Covington. Covington is another King County city positioned southeast of Seattle, with its growth tied to retail corridors, residential streets, and access through the broader Kent and Maple Valley area. The city had 20,777 residents at the 2020 census, and an estimated 21,567 residents in 2024. So it remains a smaller city by regional standards, while still being part of the Seattle metro orbit. A typical home value is $712,612, according to Zillow in 2026. And its walk score is 6, according to Walk Score in 2026. That low walk score points to a more car-oriented ADU strategy, where parking, lot configuration, and privacy can matter more than cafe corner foot traffic. For investors, Covington's ADU story is not about pretending it feels like Capitol Hill or Ballard. It is about recognizing that income-producing units can work in suburban patterns too, especially where a detached cottage or converted lower level can function as a separate living space. The typical home value here is notably below the Bainbridge Island and Snoqualmie figures coming later, based on the Zillow 2026 home values we'll mention, which changes the acquisition math. In an ADU income ranking, that matters. The unit has to generate income, but the main property's cost is part of the return picture. Number 3, Bainbridge Island. Bainbridge Island is both a city and an island in Kitsap County, located in Puget Sound, and that physical setting gives it one of the clearest identities in the greater Seattle area. The downtown Winfo area, ferry connection, waterfront edges, wooded roads, and island geography create a different ADU income profile from a mainland suburb. A typical home value is $1,187,471, according to Zillow in 2026. And Bainbridge Island has a walk score of 26, according to Walk Score in 2026. That means an ADU strategy here is less about broad walkability across the whole island and more about site-specific value. Proximity to ferry access, village services, shoreline corridors, and the privacy that island properties can provide. Bainbridge also shows why ADU income rankings are not just a cheapest property contest. Higher property values can raise the cost of entry, but they may also reflect a location with strong recognition across the region. For an owner evaluating an accessory dwelling unit, the island setting can support a premium-feeling rental experience without needing to invent a high-rise urban product. The key is disciplined property selection. An ADU near practical access points tells a very different income story than one tucked far from daily services. Number 2, Maple Valley. Maple Valley is in King County, southeast of Seattle, with a residential character connected to parks, trails, and the Cedar River side of the region. The city had 28,013 residents at the 2020 census, and an estimated 28,553 residents in 2024, giving it a steady small city scale within the larger metro. A typical home value is $805,971, according to Zillow in 2026. And Maple Valley has a walk score of 20, according to Walk Score in 2026. For ADU income, that combination suggests a suburban approach. Create a well-separated unit, make access simple, and pay attention to how the property functions day to day. Maple Valley ranks this high because it sits in a useful middle lane. Its typical home value is higher than Covington's, according to Zillow in 2026, but well below Bainbridge Island's and Snoqualmie's, based on those same 2026 Zillow figures. That can give an ADU owner a different balance between acquisition cost and income opportunity. The neighborhood feel is more spread out than Seattle's core, so the investment logic depends on the individual parcel, driveway layout, yard placement, existing structure, and whether the ADU can operate with clear separation from the main home. And now, number 1, Snoqualmie. Snoqualmie is a King County city next to Snoqualmie Falls, and it sits 28 miles east of Seattle. That single landmark gives the place immediate regional recognition, but the ADU income case goes beyond the waterfall postcard. A typical home value is $1,123,770, according to Zillow in 2026. And Snoqualmie has a walk score of 65, according to Walk Score in 2026. That walk score is the highest, which gives Snoqualmie an important edge for smaller rental units. More local access can make compact living feel more practical. Snoqualmie also has a clear identity. An identity helps an ADU stand out. Between Snoqualmie Falls, the historic downtown area, and the city's position east of Seattle, it offers a strong sense of place without being absorbed into the central city market. For an investor strategy, that matters because an ADU is usually not competing as a large luxury house. It is competing as a smaller, functional, location-driven unit. Snoqualmie takes the top spot because it pairs high regional recognition with the best walk score here and a high-value housing market, all of which can strengthen the income argument when the property itself is set up well. So, the countdown lands like this: Issaquah at number 5, Covington at number 4, Bainbridge Island at number 3, Maple Valley at number 2, and Snoqualmie at number 1. The big takeaway is that ADU income potential around Seattle does not automatically point to the densest city blocks or the flashiest waterfront addresses. The stronger play is often a specific property in a specific place, where local access, home value, layout, and neighborhood identity work together. What did we miss? Which Seattle area neighborhood or suburb would have made your top 5 for ADU income, and which one would you rank higher? If this helped you think through backyard cottages, basement units, and rental strategy around Seattle, give the video a like and subscribe for more Seattle neighborhood deep dives. Every number in this video is sourced, and you'll find the links in the description. And tell me what topic you want next: ADU rules, best suburbs for rental strategy, or a deep dive on one specific Seattle area neighborhood.